So Lil Wayne's Miami mansion was sort of raided this week. The police were there and they seized a lot of his property, and at first I thought, oh, maybe this is more of the baby, young thug stuff. Maybe there's some drugs involved. Maybe it has to do with like murder. Who knows? But it turns out that it's nothing that crazy. Lil Wayne either bought or leased a private jet not too long ago, owed the company $2 million, didn't pay it, so they were seizing some possessions just because he hadn't paid his bill. So what they seized were some skateboards, I think some like signed football helmets, just memorabilia, at least one cash money plaque, maybe more. They found out that they brought one of those guys there that can sort of like value everything and be like, oh, this costs this much, so you can take that, we'll add that up till we get the $2 million. So I was a little surprised to find out that Lil Wayne has an art collection that is valued at $30 million. Not to say that like, why would a rapper have that, but this dude's got a skate ramp on like the top of his like roof. So I just figured he probably has some nice stuff, but to me maybe $30 million art collection isn't a big deal, but it seems like that's a pretty good art collection. So I think that's all being settled. Lil Wayne went on Twitter and said in so many words that, this is a rough day, it's tough to sort of think about this, but upward and onward, move forward from this. So hopefully Lil Wayne sort of gets everything back on track, because I don't think he's hurting for money. I mean, I know there's always talk about how Baby's not really paying his people, but Lil Wayne always seems like someone who's kind of got everything under control in terms of his finances. But to me, it kind of speaks to someone like a Redman, who has been making a bunch of money over the years and just lives very modestly and doesn't spend a lot of money on stuff. So maybe that's the way a lot of these big artists should be going. If you ever wanted to know what Jay-Z or Kanye West demand when they go on tour, it was leaked this week what their list of demands were. Some of them were a little, it varied from sort of eccentric. Jay-Z needed his room to be exactly 71 degrees. To a little far-fetched. Kanye was demanding this certain type of speaker be provided for him, but the thing is, the speaker's been discontinued for the past 10 years, so people have to go out and try and track it down and find it. Jay-Z, I think a brand of champagne, what does he have, Ace of Spades?
Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades. So Jay-Z demands that he needs a bottle of Ace of Spades champagne, which is his own company, his own brand, but because it's his own, he's making someone else go get it, but he's refusing to pay for it because he's like, well, it's mine, so why should I pay for it? So someone has to go to, I guess, the bar or liquor store, pay a lot of money for it, and then, I guess, pay out of pocket for it, which is kind of weird. I think Kanye, the amount of alcohol he gets is also a lot. When it comes to their kids, Kanye's kind of like, the Northwest can run around, do whatever she wants. Jay-Z is more, everything needs to be Scotch guarded and child-proof, which I don't think is eccentric. It's the sign, I think, of fairly good parenting. Not to say Kanye's a bad parent, maybe he just trusts his child a little more. But so this list came out, a lot of people were like, these guys are prima donnas and all these artists. Well, a lot of these stars and musicians who are the A-list have a giant list of demands. They're kind of encouraged to act like a star. You're a big star, act like one. But another thing, the reason why I don't jump down their throats on this is because you never know if it's just kind of a ploy to make sure that venues and companies and people are reading the fine print in their contracts. They do it as a sort of, let me see if you're reading everything, because I think it was Van Halen back in the day had a thing where they're like, we can only have a bowl of M&Ms with no brown M&Ms. And so if you read everything, you can go to them and be like, is this really true? And then some people will be like, nah, I just wanted to make sure you read it. Or some people are like, yes, no brown M&Ms, I need this much alcohol, and I need this discontinued speaker. So it was kind of interesting to see how I guess the big stars really need everything to their certain things. And I have no idea what the ground, what is the deal breaker for them. If it's 72 degrees, will Jay-Z storm off? Or if Kanye doesn't get that speaker, which is incredibly hard to find, does he throw a classic Kanye tantrum? I really want to believe that they would be cool about it, but you never know with these big time celebrities and their giant list of demands. Song of the week is The Funeral by Madchild.
Yo, 57 shows and I'm back on the job. Had to wait 5 days to get this fat, ugly slob.
It is a diss towards fellow Canadian rapper Snack the Ripper. A little backstory into this. Apparently Madchild went on social media and says, and I'm paraphrasing here, something along the lines of, Snack the Ripper should be named Snack the complains about everything, bitch ass, punk bitch, talks a lot of shit, blah blah blah, whatever. So, very insulting tweet. He immediately deleted it. Apparently called Snack, said, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that up, it was a mistake, whatever, like, call me back, let's talk it through. And Snack may have called him back, I'm not sure if he did or not, but what I do know is that he released a diss track last week called Assisted Suicide, which is pretty blistering, called out Madchild on so much stuff about him being old, past his prime, like sleeping with young girls, that may or may not be of legal age. So this song, The Funeral, is Madchild's response to Snack, and it is like about a 5-6 minute long song of just straight rapping. I mean, the beat's pretty hard, the lyrics, like, it's a classic diss. It's a great back and forth between the two rappers. Madchild addresses all the accusations from the previous song, talks about what he was doing, and then at the very end of the song, he speaks an open challenge to Snack, says, look, you know, let's do this, King of the Dot, wherever you want to go, we'll battle, I'll tear you apart, we'll donate the money to charity, to a really good cause, but like, I want you one-on-one because you're a punk. So, since then, Snack has released another song which is just as great. I didn't pick that for Song of the Week just because I've only heard a portion of it. So I don't want people to think that I'm siding with Madchild over Snack in this beef just because this is the Song of the Week. It just happens that the two Snack songs happen to fall in a very awkward time when we choose the Song of the Week. But this entire beef has been very entertaining. They've kept it on wax. I don't think it'll escalate to any violence, so this is what hip-hop should be. I suggest you check them all out, but the song that I'm picking for Song of the Week is The Funeral. Thank you so much for watching Hip Hop and Movie News. As always, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave feedback, and keep on sending in those 15-second freestyles. This week, it comes from Stanley Kopp. It's great. I find it a little unorthodox. He's rapping over a classic song that's got some hip-hop influence, but isn't really a classic rap song. Check it out.
Yeah, I learned. Never trust a big butt to smile. Meanwhile, they say my name like I'm Destiny's Child. Yeah, I get it. Now I'm the critic, the son to look by the hardest folks. Just don't forget, I'm the type to aim at your heart and throat. Motherfucker.